You don't remember a time when love felt free. You remember earning it. You remember the subtle tightening in your chest when a room went quiet, the way your body learned to scan faces before you spoke, the instinct to adjust your tone, your mood, your needs before anyone else had to ask. That you learned early that affection had rules, that warmth arrived after good behavior, that closeness followed achievement, obedience, usefulness, or silence, and so you became good. Not joyful, not safe, just good enough. Here is the paradox that defines your inner life. The strategy that kept you loved as a child is the very thing starving you as an adult. What once protected you now exhausts you. What once secured connection now blocks intimacy. What once earned approval now makes rest feel dangerous. You are not broken, you are conditioned. Then the deepest pain is not that love was conditional, it's that you've internalized the condition. You didn't just learn how to behave, you learned who you were allowed to be. This is the psychology of a child who learned that love must be deserved in psychology. Conditional love creates a nervous system that lives in performance mode. When love is inconsistent or contingent, the child does something extraordinary and tragic at the same time. They turn inward and ask, what must I become to stay connected? This is where anxious attachment often forms, not because the child is needy, but because connection was unpredictable. Love came with strings, affection followed compliance, safety depended on emotional accuracy. The child becomes hypervigilant, a state where the nervous system remains on constant alert. Hypervigilance isn't anxiety in the mind, it's anxiety in the body. The brain's threat detection systems, particularly the amygdala, stay overactivated while the prefrontal cortex learns to micromanage behavior. You didn't feel safe being, you felt safe anticipating. Another core process here is parentification, emotional or psychological. The child learns to regulate the household emotionally. They become the mood reader, the stabilizer, the unspoken caretaker. And slowly, subtly, the self fractures. Carl Jung called this the creation of the persona, the mask we wear to be accepted by the world. For you, the persona wasn't optional, it was survival over time. The default mode network, the brain system responsible for self-referential thought, fills with questions like, am I enough right now? Am I doing this correctly? Will this make me lovable? Your identity becomes conditional. Your worth becomes externalized. Your inner world becomes managed, not lived. The cost is invisible but immense. You pay for love with exhaustion. You pay for belonging with self. You pay for approval with chronic self-doubt. You don't just fear rejection, you fear relaxing. Because rest feels like risk, there is a quiet grief here, the grief of the unlived self. The self that never got to be messy, slow, unsure, or openly needy. You learned that authenticity threatened attachment, so you traded truth for proximity. Carl Jung once said, the greatest burden a child must bear is the unlived life of its parents. But there is another burden, the unlived life of the child themselves. The fear driving all of this is not abandonment, it is exposure. The fear that if you stop performing, the love will stop too. This is why joy feels suspicious, why compliments feel temporary, why peace feels undeserved. You don't trust love that isn't earned because it contradicts your earliest evidence. These patterns do not disappear. They evolve. They become adult coping strategies, not personality traits. You might overfunction in relationships, giving more, explaining more, fixing more. Choose partners who are emotionally unavailable because earning love feels familiar. I struggle with boundaries, fearing they will cost you connection. Tie self-worth to productivity. Feeling anxious when resting. Feel emotionally unseen, even when surrounded by people. Second-guess your needs, dismissing them as too much. These are not flaws, they are adaptations. The first step of healing is not changing them, it is witnessing them. Witnessing means saying, this behavior protected me once. I don't need to shame it now. Unlearning begins when you stop gaslighting your pain and start honoring its origin. Healing is not about becoming fearless, it is about becoming internally anchored. Practices like inner child reparenting teach the nervous system something revolutionary. Love can be stable, needs can be met without performance. Presence is enough. Shadow work allows you to reclaim the parts you exiled, the needy parts, the angry parts, the resting parts. You learn softness without collapse, boundaries without abandonment, connection without contortion. The goal is not to be fixed, it is to be whole. As psychologist Donald Winnicott said, the true self is not something one finds, it is something one allows. And the truth is this, you were never unlovable, you were simply taught love incorrectly. If this resonated, share it with someone who is still earning what should be free. And remember, healing is not becoming someone new, it is finally becoming yourself.